Right.
a database administrator by a database administrator by nature can kill a company by just a snap of a finger, right? By a single
Right.
click. So what do I mean by that? An application that is connected to your database, to your production database, if that application is down, and the example I've always used is, let's say, Amazon. If Amazon application is down for 10 seconds, Amazon will lose billions of dollars. So
Right.
that should be your highest priority, where your production database should not be down. Or you should, let me use the word, minimize downtime as much as possible. And you start with what? With your critical databases. And what is a critical database? It depends on the environment. It varies from one job or one company to another. A critical environment, as an example, could be what we can call it.
Go ahead,
Doc,
Milton.
do you want to
Yeah,
mute
go ahead.
Madam
I'm muted
Kojobi?
her. Go ahead.
Okay. A critical database could be that kind of database where we call a highly transactional database. Like I said, I
Okay.
use Amazon, right? But
Right.
just keep in mind that at your work, it could be any database, right? It's the criticality is determined by the company you work with. And I can give you an example that I had just last week. I had this database that was down because I ran scripts that needed, and the scripts error out. I had an error. I ran the same script in staging and testing, and everything was fine. When I run in production, I had an error, and they had to roll back because two of the script went well. But that was for a pharmacy in my job, and they needed that database up in less than 10 minutes. That database cannot be down because of the application. Users will not be able to connect to it to have medication and all of that. So you need to be able to make that determination, and then you start with that one, that database that is critical. You look at your tickets, make that determination, you start with that particular one, and then from the highest and then to the lowest based on criticality, and whether is it highly transactional or is it determined by your company that is highly critical. I hope that makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
usually the high priority one or the
Yep.
critical database, yeah, or a database that has an application that is highly transaction that is connected to it. So you must do that, because if that database is down, that means that company is losing money, and no company wants to do that. Right? No
That's
one
correct.
company wants to lose a dime.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Madam
Doc,
Joby,
Okay.
do you
can I
mind
add, can I add to
unmuting
that?
yourself? You keep unmuting yourself, and there's a lot of background noise coming from your side. Please, thank you.
yes,
Can I just
Martino,
add
you
to
wanted
that?
to add? Yes.
Yes. Just in line with what Milton was saying. Um, most environments, it actually depends on which environment you find yourself. Um, for example, in my environment where I work, I deal with a lot of customer support issues. So handling cases from all over North America, different customers, internal and external customers. And in such a scenario, when tickets come to you, you might have so many priority A, priority B, just depending on the severities as well, like very high severity, low severities.
Right.
You just have to know that each ticket, if you have a priority A ticket, that priority A ticket has an SLA that comes to it that you have to meet.
Yeah.
So when you have cases like priority C cases or level 3 cases, which are like lower priority cases, they give you a much longer response time. Maybe you could have about 15 hours to respond to that. You have like B tickets, which give you just a window period about 2 hours. You have priority A tickets that warrants just immediate or maximum 45 minutes. So depending on the environment you find yourself, when you see tickets coming in that order, you need to give priority to those tickets, and you need to meet those SLAs, because the people that you're servicing them at priority A, the people who are sending out tickets at priority A, the business impact is always very high. So if you are having priority A ticket, know that the criticality of the business impact it's in the levels so much so that you cannot afford to miss the SLA for that service. So if you were already working on a B ticket that probably has 2 hours response time, and then you receive another ticket comes into your queue, which is a priority A, no matter what, you can try just to meet initial response, or maybe just reach out to the customer for priority A, like just introduce whatsoever, say you'll be working on this, and you give response, and then you focus on ticket A, which is a high priority ticket, to make sure you get that ticket, you know, resolved, or at least you give the first initial response for that ticket, and make sure you reach, because you always have like you meet your initial response, you meet either first day resolution and all that, depending on your environment. So criticality and SLA, those are the top things that you really need to look at as far as those tickets are concerned. So with you being in the job market, if you ask that question, you can go the route of Milton, like in the case of maybe an on-prem scenario, or somebody just working within a company. But if it's like more of a customer relation, then you can now bring in this other scenario when you're working with multi-customers. That will really show that, hey, you are above, you know, and beyond. So I think that's the way you tackle on both sides, and you'll be really good. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you,
And Doc, just to add to that, thank you, Martin. You really brought it out a little bit more clearly, I guess, than what I did. But Elizabeth, just to say, since you're going to meet with me, we can talk a little bit more about that, because another thing is we can look at the companies that are on your resume, and then we can narrow down and contextualize something using your company, so that you can be able to say, oh, in my present job or in my past job, this is what we do, and this is what we do. You say like that, it proves that you've actually done it. So let's get to talk about it.
So quick question. So with the ticket, do they always come, like how Martin was saying, they come with priority numbers, or in terms of time? Do they always have, okay, you have 15 minutes, or you have 45 minutes, or you have 2 hours? Do they always come like that? Or the question is, are you able to like have, let's say your workload is really a lot, are you able to pass it to another colleague or ask for help from another colleague? Is that something you're able to do in a in ticketing?
Yeah, let me just come in. I don't know about how Martin's environment is being set up, but I've worked with ticketing system a lot, and I can be able to try to give an answer there. One of the things I will let you know again, Elizabeth, that there's no generic answer to that, right? And the reason is simple. Every environment is being set up differently. Okay. Yeah. For instance, in my night job that I do as a service there, which is not database, but this is what happens when you submit a ticket. By default, it is low priority, right? Because and there are different reasons it's low priority. However, although it's low priority, by our service desk policy, which is, it doesn't come in the ticket, it's just a little standard procedure that they provide for us at the service desk, is that all tickets should at least start working on it within 15 minutes. But that 15 minutes can end up to be 3 days, depending on what the issue is. Now, if someone requests maybe an application, let's say PDF, like you want Adobe Acrobat Reader, which is licensed, which means what? The company has to spend money to buy it. We are just there to either install it, you know, or troubleshoot it if it's having a problem. But if you send a request that you need to install, which means we need to send it to send it to another team, which will have to do the approval process, right? You have to go through approval process that they approve that you require a license to access that kind of thing. I'm just giving that as an example, and that would take time because you need to assign it to another team. When I was teaching service now, I actually told you guys what is happening in that environment. We have different engineering teams doing different things, right? We have a security team, we have a system administration team, we have networking team, we have application team. Depending on what the issue is, you can have to reassign that ticket to that team. Remember, I'm saying team, it's not an individual. You put it in their queue. Maybe if there are 5 of them, then they also have their own rules and regulations there on how and who picks up that ticket and at what time. Right. So You can always do that, but it depends on it's not like every ticket comes in, you reassign it. No, you don't do that.
Right.
You have in my own, there's a way you do before I reassign a ticket to an engineering team. Either I must have remote into that computer do what, and maybe do some basic troubleshooting and update in the ticket that I followed this step, did this one, I did not work. That's why I'm sending to your team. I must prove that. That is for the service there. But now for my DBA role, when I have ticket, the first thing I look at, which is there, especially in service now, and Elizabeth, I remember you were in that class, is the priority level. It's always on the top right-hand side. You will see it. It will tell you whether is it low, medium, or high.
Yes.
And it would that's all it will tell you. But it will not tell you whether it is you should resolve it in 15 minutes. But you can know by your company policy that a high ticket needs to be resolved within 10-15 minutes max.
All right.
A high priority. If not, you have to involve level, and some tickets are also in levels, right? You are level 1. Some jobs are, you have DBA 1, DBA 2, DBA 3. So you might, depending on the environment, again, depending on the environment, if you are level 1, you might have to get involved a level 2, escalated to a level 2
support
person. If level 2 cannot handle, you can get escalated to level 3. It goes up in that order, depending on the issue and depending on what you have done. You don't just send it. You have to do something. And you don't only do it, you update it in the ticket. Because even if you close work and you go home, that ticket, somebody has to continue to work in that ticket. Sorry, Doc, I took a little bit long, but this intricacies of ticketing is...
Yeah. No, that's very important.
I hope that helps. Yeah.
Yeah, this is very
it helps. Thank you.
This is very, very important because we have a lot of people here that are still interviewing, and they might want to use this as talking point for their interviews, you know, how they will resolve ticketing issues. And so discussions like that, I always just let it flow so that at least people can grab. And when you come here, guys, if you are still interviewing for a job, always come with a book and paper, right? See, book and pen. I always come to this class with a pen to write down stuff. It's not because I know it all, because there's always something that leaves this session. I always learn something. So make that effort to always come here. All right, Elizabeth, I guess I'm going to move on. Tomorrow, Wednesday, there's still interview session for the people that are interviewing. I'm making this announcement openly here, guys. We are constantly interviewing people. In the past, we used to do this interview training for 2 months and we let you be on your own. But we're extending the helping hand again to constantly interview you until you get a job. So if you are in this community, you're looking for a job, you haven't found one, there's always a Wednesday class from 8 to 11 that you can join, and that will help you either as answer interview questions, maybe walk you through an upcoming interview, or just review your resume and look at what some of the things or tips to help you get a job. So we have that option for people. This is really for people, strictly our trainees. If you are an outside person, you can always reach out to us and we'll help you put you on the right path to secure a job. All right. Okay. So thank you so much. Let's move on to the next candidate that is still in the job market. I saw Lillian here. I would like to know from Lillian. Lillian, are you here?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Yes, I have not heard from you for so long. Tell me, what's going on, Lillian? I'm expecting that call already.
I know, me too, me too. Please permit my video off. I'm actually not in a very conducive environment.
Yes.
So, well, the only setback that I've been having lately, of course, I'm applying. It's just that I keep having, with Grant Milan, I have talked about this. He's my person to go. I keep having jobs, contract to hire jobs, or just plainly contract jobs. Which I don't feel comfortable going for that. But that some of the jobs that are not contract to hire, I keep getting emails that says, unfortunately, we've decided to proceed with another candidate and stuff like that. But I did have an interview today, which they have, I mean, that they haven't really scheduled me for a particular date, but the lady told me that maybe by Thursday she's going to get back to me for us to schedule a date. So I'm hoping on that. But it was a phone interview that I had today, so it kind of felt hopeful for the start. So that's where I'm at right now.
Lillian, let me ask you a question. Are you saying that you don't apply for contract to hire or contract jobs? Or you try to stay away from those jobs? Is that a yes?
Yes, I do. I do stay away from it.
Before God and man sitting here today, I declare that a big mistake. A very big one. Yeah, a mighty mistake that you are making. You cannot stay away from any job, anything in this job market you should go in for. Let me tell you, 60% or even more companies out there don't hire people full-time directly. Most of the time. When you see contract to hire, what does that really mean? They're hiring you on contract basis and they will eventually hire you. So the reason why companies do that is sometimes they just don't know how this candidate will behave. And they don't want to be dealing with trying to fire you as a full-time employee. Remember, firing a full-time employee is more difficult than firing a contractor. A contractor, you can walk into the office today and they'll take your laptop and say, it was good, nice meeting you, bye. Right? But for a contractor, they will have to start dealing with 2 weeks notice and all the ramifications around it because you can sue the company. There should be a reason for firing you as a full-time employee. So companies will not just want to hire like that. They want to first start maybe through a recruiter and hire you as a contractor and see how you perform, and then they will hire you. Or they can really say it clearly from the beginning, it's a contract to hire, meaning the first 6 months you're going to work as a contractor from a different contracting company, and after that, we're going to take over. I remember all these recruiters out there, they also want to make money. They don't just want to go around sourcing for those resources and then just give it to the companies just for little commission. They want to keep you as their employee for a certain amount of time and offer you their own rate for a certain amount of time before the company takes over. So it's a very big mistake not to apply for every single job. And besides, contract job pay more. You don't know that? They even pay you more than a full-time.
It's just the pressure. Like I was talking with Grammy Law, it was just we're just talking and I could see things with him. It's just when they say contract, like they really assume that you're just coming in. Maybe they have projects that they have aligned.
No.
And you're just coming in to have those projects going. It's a lot of pressure.
No, Lillian.
I'm kind of skeptical there.
No. You got to believe in yourself. And let me tell you this. Yes, there are situations like that where you are being hired as a contractor, you come in and there are projects, you need to finish the project with a short period of time and you leave. There are situations like that. But in the most situation, the companies don't just hire you and then they just throw you out there and expect you to perform miracle. Right? Even as a senior DBA, you are still given enough time to learn. I can tell you, people in this class that got job maybe early this year are still in the learning process. They're still learning. I don't know if there's anyone here that got a job this year and you're still doing most learning. Please help this lady build her confidence. It's not like that, right? It's not like that.
All right, Doc. Let me try to see if I can fix that because I've talked with her.
Okay.
Yeah, I've talked with Lillian a little bit about this. So
let me say something to Lillian. I think we're in the same batch.
Okay.
Lillian, I've been working for 3 weeks now. Okay, this is my 3rd week. But guess what? I'm still in training, and in the next 3 months, I'll still be in training. So that is it.
Are you a contract?
Let me hold on first. You're already a senior. Let me get from the people that just got jobs. let me get from their own experience.
It's
Yes,
a
Karen,
contract job?
Yeah, it's a contract job. In the next 3 months, we'll still be in training. Nothing to do with ticketing, nothing, just training.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyone else here that just got a job?
It means I have to get back to that recruiter because I spoke with the recruiter. He said it's a contract job. I told him, I'm gonna think about that and I'm gonna get back to you, sir. And so I'll probably after this talk, I'll probably call him back and get back to him. So yeah.
Yes, Lillian, you should. And I keep telling most of you here, even if you have reasons not to relocate, I have people here that say they will not want to relocate. Yes, I understand. But I can tell you from the KiawiTech here, 60%, 50 to 60% of the people that have gotten jobs. It's just now after post-COVID that people are getting a remote job, they are not moving anywhere. But before, over 60% had to go somewhere, get the experience and come back. And I don't think that your partner, your family, whoever, whatever that's keeping you in that location will not want you to go for 6 months to get the experience that you need to come back and look for your job. Because the most difficult job that you will ever look for is this first one. After that, you are going to select which job you want to. And at that time, you would decide, where do I want to relocate to? But before then, you need to be flexible. Don't be too stiff. Don't be so hard on yourself. Be flexible. We know the training that we've given you here. It is good. And we know that when you get in there, you will succeed. You will not be so blank. And every company trains, whether full-time or contractor, they will train you. The only difference is that on contractor, sometimes, depending on the contract, if it's just a contract, your training curve will be steep than a full-time employee. But contract to hire has no difference. So please get back to the drawing board to fix that.
I'll do that, sir.
Okay.
I would like to say something.
Yes, please.
Concerning training of for contract and all that. Like a few weeks ago, I had to call doctor that I've been on training for the past close to 2 months, because it's a new infrastructure they're trying to build and all that. So even the people I met there, all of us are still going on training, everyday training. So don't be scared about what you meet there and all that, So I would just encourage you to go for anything that comes to you, apply and apply. Don't be too selective. Don't be too choosy. Just go for it, and you'll find it interesting.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Momi Sola. Thank you for that testimony. So Lillian, I hope you are a little bit motivated now. All right. So hopefully next time when you are calling your name, we'll be celebrating you. All right. Okay.
Yes,
so I have 5 more minutes. So let me see, pick a couple of people and then I will talk to them. So Adele, is it Adele Anang from Canada? Adele, is that you? All right. So, all right. I wanted to find out from you how you're doing. Okay. So what about Ahmed? Is that Ahmed from Canada?
Yes, doctor, I'm here.
Okay, that's you. Thank you. All right. How is it going, sir?
It's been going good.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
I actually wanted to contribute to the ongoing discussions because from my hand there, I've been a couple of days ago, there's this question they kept asking me. Can you relocate?
Okay.
They kept asking me. In fact, the one I had last on Friday, I got a call that, can you relocate even outside Canada?
Okay.
Before they finish that questions, every one of you here can guess my answer. Okay. I said, yes, I'm purely available to relocate any part of the world to work for you.
Okay.
So make it flexible. That doesn't stop me from keep applying. We continue from there. John has been doing a great work on us between myself and Adele.
Okay.
And it's been good. And I can assure you pretty soon, you definitely hear from us positively.
Okay.
That's good to hear.
I like that. I like that, Ahmed. Thank you so much. I believe in you. You were an excellent trainee, and there shouldn't be any reason why you are not in the job market. There's no reason. Right. So I know John being your mentor.
Yep.
John has been an excellent trainee, did very well, ended up having 3 job offers. So at least he knows what it takes to get a job.
That's correct. That's correct.
So follow his advice.
Sometimes John would be the one, chasing us. Hey guys, let's do something. Let's do something, and he's doing some work at the moment, a little bit busy, but we had always been there every weekend.
Okay.
And it's been good. The gospels has started moving, and hopefully it's going to end at the permanent site.
Great. Thank you so much, John. If you are here, congratulations. Thank you for pushing these people and giving back mentorship. We're really excited that you're at least getting these people back. And I would have really loved Violet to be part of this team. And for some reason, John has reached out to Violet so many times. If you are here, you're Violet's friend, tell her we have been looking for her. She should join that team. In Canada, we have a whole strong Canadian team.
Yeah.
With John being their mentor, that's doing an excellent job. So
absolutely, you
should join that team, and he will help you. This is someone who ended up having 3 job offers and had to choose one. So reach out. So Ahmed, thank you so much for believing and coming back full strong. We hope to celebrate you anytime soon. And all this will be stories.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you. All right. Okay, let me get one last person and we move on. Let me see here. Who's this here? Still looking for a job. See. Oh, yes. I have my friend Richie. Richie, how's it going, sir?
Very well, thank you. Very well, very well. I am still pushing. I'm still applying. I went for an interview actually yesterday. It lasted for about an hour.
Okay.
It went fine, and that was the second stage. And it's so far so good. It's looking good, and I'm getting my fingers crossed, and hopefully I will then get to hear good news.
Okay.
I also have an interview again, but the recruiter anyway. Would ask you to touch base with recruiter anytime on Thursday between the hours of 11 and 1 p.m. But I've been applying, and it's coming in every now and then. So that's a way forward. That's a step forward. The calls keep coming every now and then. Recruiters always calling. The interviews have been coming, but it's been going on like before, like just the first stage, but now it's beginning to push towards most of the interview goes to second, third. I think that I'm making a headway.
Okay. All right. Okay. So that's good. That's good. I'm happy that.
And Doug, let me just say to Richie again, Richie, let's meet again and review your interview. Let's meet with Lillian, just like we met, review your past interview so that we can prepare you for the next one. I've also sent out some jobs to both of you in your inbox, and please guys try to apply. And Karima, if you're on this call,
all right, thank you so much.
If you're on this call, 3 of you, let's meet again just like we did this week, and then prior to your upcoming interview. I'm glad that all of the past ones went well. So let's meet again, guys, please.
Yeah, Milton,
Okay.
if you don't, yes, so like tomorrow, I could, let's talk about that. Let's talk about offline also. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
All right. Yeah, sure.
All right. So I think that was it for our touch point for those people looking for a job. We have 30 more minutes to go. And we're going to use this 30 minutes to for our junior DBAs as well as our senior DBAs that are in the job market. All right. So let me go with what are the contract? Someone asked you what is contract to hire. I guess I answered that question, right? Contract to hire just simply means that a company hires you on a contract basis, waiting on your performance. And if you do well, they will hire you on full time. So that's what contract to hire means. All right.
Hi, Doc.
Yes, is that Adele?
Yes, I'm back now. I was putting the kids in bed.
I called your name, Adele, trying to figure out from you what's going on. Yes. So how is it going?
It's been good so far, so good. It's been okay. We're pushing.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Just need to take us every weekend. So like every weekend we have to meet. But everything is good.
Okay, that's good. I'll review. I'll come back more next week on you to ask more. I've already passed that, but to make sure you come, you put on your audio next week so that I can go a little bit deeper, understanding where your challenges are, so we can help you. Okay. And also don't forget to log in tomorrow for the interview training tomorrow.
Okay, I will.
Right. Okay. Perfect. All right. So let's move on. So I
have a question.
You have a question? Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I out of curiosity, we that were coming in, are we not allowed to like be a bench warmer at the Wednesday meeting to see what the interview process looks like?
Well, I mean, it's a little bit too early.
Okay.
You will have countless opportunity to have a feeling of how interview also look like. The one that I will prefer that you could even take will be for the current class, batch number 10 that is going on right now. They have an interview training midterm, which is more like an interview training on Thursday and on Saturday this week. So that
can you repeat that? Can you repeat that again?
Our current batch, they have a midterm project scheduled for presentation this week on Thursdays at 8 p.m. and on Saturday at 12 noon. So if that's a class, if you want to have a feeling of how interview process look like, you can join that. But joining the finished batch, it will be too much for you because there's a lot of things that you will not understand.
Okay.
All right. But at least this one, Thursday and Saturday 12 to 3, we're having a ground presentation, which is more of interview preparation. Right.
Okay. So we're using the same meeting contact, right?
Yes, we will launch with the same meeting ID. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So let me give room for the junior ones. I'm not going to call names, but if you don't talk, I will call names. Anyone that just started working, you are having any challenges at your job, you want us to first review. If there's no challenges, we'll just do a round touch point to see what project you're working on. Anyone? This is not for the senior DBA. These are our junior DBA that just joined the workforce. All right. Okay. So if no one has a problem you're working on right now, I just want to find out from a couple of people, how is it going so far on their job site? All right. So let's see this. Let me start with. All right. Shuri, let me start with you first. How are you?
Hi, though. Good evening. I got the impression you were to call her name.
You guys was gonna call her you.
I just knew.
Yes, you are one of our new DBAs. So we would like to know, how is it going?
Doc, so far so good. Yeah, my environment is kind of a crazy, challenging one.
Okay.
And how will I would put it? It's all about me. Any work I get is about the stock procedures I told you about on daily basis. The stock, this stock procedure has done this, that. So, but they are trying to like put me into the application management team, and they want to bring in the Azure DevOps and want me to be building packages through the Azure pipelines, which is something I don't know anything about. And it's something scary though. I'm up-minded. I'm just up my mind to learn anything that comes. But for now, that is.
They know you don't know it, right?
Yeah, basically I don't know, but thank God my manager is really, really understanding and yeah, so for now, yeah, basically so far so good, let me put it that way. It's really, really a challenging environment that I need to really, really stand on my feet and work hard.
Yes, I like that. I like the spirit, right? Not every environment will be very, very relaxed. And I don't go with the notion that when the environment is challenging, that you run away, right? I believe that they saw your resume before they hired you. They know what you know. And at this moment, there is no reason to pretend. If they want a project on Azure DevOps, don't say you know Azure DevOps when you don't know. Say you don't know. And it's all up to them. Do they want to give you some training before you work on the project, or assign someone else to that project? So, but it's good when the environment challenges you. Let me tell you why. In the beginning, yes, it can be stressful when you have a very challenging environment, but it will, with the right attitude and mindset, it will put you at a level 10 years above most of your mates, because you're going to say, okay, I got this. I'm going to work. I'm going to do my best to make sure I understand this. You might not always satisfy their wish 100%, but there is something building in you that you wouldn't believe. So take that as a challenge and do your best. You will not be very happy all the time, but it will help you in future. I will say that. And you have a very strong Azure background, and we're starting our next Azure program in September. So you are all welcome to join. And of course, Azure DevOps is a whole new beast on its own, meaning you already know when you hear them talking about Azure DevOps, there's Udemy, there's Udera, there's Cloud Academy, there's all these different programs with tiny programs that you can pay and take. Or if you look for other training institutions that are offering programs that will address your need. The money is good, but you got to invest in yourself in order to be able to keep the jobs. So try your best, but I know you can do it, Shuri. Right?
Thank you for the encouragement, Doc.
Hold that baton until you are about to fall. We will hold you together with you.
I know, right?
All right.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Any other challenge?
Yeah, not really. I'm just a lot of TSQL writing and stock procedures, which is really pushing me. I'm learning a lot. And yeah, so far so good. I can't really complain. I'm still there. I'm still surviving, so I can't complain.
And I guess that's already 2 months, right?
Yeah, I'll say that.
Almost 2 months. If you've survived TSQL for 2 months, you can also survive another 5 years.
That's true. Thanks, Doc.
And so I like the fact that You know, TSQL in our program is something that a lot of people run away from it. When we're doing the TSQL section of the training, everyone is always like, oh, I can't wait for them to get over this TSQL thing. I can't wait. I can't wait. But we always tell you, don't say you can't wait because you don't know where you're going to find yourself. You might get up that first job, just like Shuri is saying, it's all about TSQL, store procedure, triggers, functions, all those kinds of things. And those are just the ones that you do not like. Of course, you're going to take the challenge, you're going to learn it, and probably, Shuri, you're going to be our TSQL instructor next batch.
What the heck?
All right.
I have a question for Shuri, please.
Yes, Lillian.
I'm just being curious. I don't know if this is well, I just want to ask her, like, what kind of company does she work, like the company that she works for, what are they involved with? Like, what do they do? I'm just being curious. I don't know if it's something that I can ask.
Yeah, sure. It's a financial company, and we do manage a lot of applications, loans online. So.
Okay, makes sense. America, it's about money. It's busy.
Yeah.
All right. Wish you the best.
Thank you.
All right. Shuri, I wish you the best. It sounds as if you're sick. You okay?
Yeah. I've been down for almost like 3 days now. Well, I'm getting better. Thanks.
I wish you a quick recovery.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next newbie. Let's see who's here. Let's see. Volunteers also are welcome. If you want to volunteer and talk, it's also okay. But otherwise, I can always call names. Okay, I have Hilda here. Hilda, I don't think since you started working, we've heard from you.
Hi, Doc. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Hilda. How are you?
I'm great, Doc. Thank you.
I guess you're not even a UB anymore. You should be classified under the senior category now.
Well, I'm trying.
You'll be there for three months now, right? 3+.
Yeah, 3+. Yeah, about that time.
Okay. All right. So how's it going?
Everything is going pretty much well. I mean, so far, Microsoft is doing me good.
Okay.
And I do some troubleshooting, and I actually work with the infrastructure as a service team.
Okay.
Microsoft. So yeah, I've been doing some really good troubleshooting, and I mean, and some really good feedback. So thanks to KiawiTech, I've actually been getting even some gift cards. So
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
But so far everything is going really good. I mean, everything is pretty much well. The good thing with Microsoft is that you kind of get like some really good challenging question, because it's like customer service, you troubleshoot everything. So it also really encouraged me to learn.
Yes.
And yeah, so far it's been really good. Can't complain.
That's nice. Okay, we actually had the whole of this week I had a serious problem at work, which gave me sleepless nights for some couple of days. And this problem is something I'm eventually going to present here. Is we all talk about configuring always on availability group and setting up that on-premise, but in Azure, this thing is a beast on its own. And so I did that. It was a project I had to work on. I did that. The connectivity part of it was really troublesome. It will connect from VM number 1, VM 2, it won't connect. It will connect 3, 4, it won't connect 5. So there was some kind of intermittent, sporadic connections. And I did everything I could do. It didn't work. All right, guys. This is just to tell you guys that don't think that because you have been hired as a DBA that you know it all. You're not a god. I did everything. And I went back to the management and said, you know what? I can't figure out why it's not working. I've done my best. I followed documentation. I've tried. It's not working. So what next? And they asked me, okay, what next? Then I asked them, let's escalate this matter to Microsoft. Every single company out there that uses Microsoft product will definitely have a Microsoft support package. So if it's, say, we run bats, you cannot do it, then let's go and see the Oga Pata, and that's where Hilda comes in. You know, they will come in now with all their tools they have on the background, the training that they've done at Microsoft. They understand this thing and they will help you. So today we actually had that meeting. I had to submit a ticket to Microsoft. So we had a support engineer that came in today and helped me within the twinkle of an eye, like 10 minutes, the problem was solved. Something that's taken me more than 1 week to fix it, right? So, and I learned in the whole process. I will be sharing that knowledge here in the community in the coming days ahead, so that we all know, in case you are faced with something like that, you can use it. So this just to let you know what support engineers do. They are the background when things don't work, when you cannot figure it out on your own, you will reach out to them. So for those of you who are still lacking in confidence, understand that you don't have to do it all by yourself. You do your best, but if you get to a point where you cannot, you can always reach out for help. All right. So any challenge, Hilda, that you've been faced with that you want to share with us?
Actually, Doug, I had this case. I actually worked on that case for like about 2 weeks. It was regarding this SSDT tool, which I've never really had one of those cases. Mm-hmm. I literally had to like pull a couple of people from KiawiTech to actually come help me actually solve that case, because I don't know if anybody has worked with an SSDT tool before, actually, because the person was trying to do a debugging with an SSDT tool. Mm-hmm. So, which usually I do that with SSMS, not SSDT. Yes. So, but then he was doing it with a 2017 version, which was not going through. So he needed to actually upgrade it to 2019. Mm-hmm. So you won't believe that little thing was something I didn't know. So, but thank God I found someone that could help me. Mm-hmm. And we tried troubleshooting it and it didn't go through. I had to go back by myself and then do it by myself. Did the upgrade from 2017 to 2019, then do the debugging, then it went through. Then I had to go to the client, the 2017 method is the older version, it wasn't working. So you need to upgrade to 2019. So it was really challenging.
Good team spirit, right? That's someone utilizing the vast majority of resources that we have here in the community, reaching out. Don't think that you can always reach out to the instructors. No, there are people here that are knowledgeable enough to help you, and they might have time. You might reach. So always make sure you reach out if you really get stuck. So thank you for that, Hilda. We wish you the best and keep learning. I think I strongly advise you to. I know you've already taken the Azure program, to enroll, retake the class again, because at that moment, you'll be taking it with a different perspective, and you will be more of a contributor than a learner in a class like that.
Yes, Doc, I will.
So congratulations and keep learning.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, everyone.
All right. All right. And the last person today, let's see. Let me get the last person before we leave. Any volunteer?
Doctor, that was a question. That was a question in the chat.
A question in the chat. I have a question. Okay, what are the certifications that one can qualify to write after graduating from KiawiTech and Azure classes? All right, from the Azure program, we train you to become a certified solution architect. That's AZ 303 and 304. That's the highest certification. And we have a couple of people here like Bomisola, who just spoke a couple of minutes ago. She has a certification. We have a couple of people here that have the certification. That's the one that we want you to take. But there are a certification in between that you can take. For example, the 104, that's Azure Database Administrator certification. We have a DP 300 certification. But for the on-premises, Microsoft has actually retired most of the certification that we used to ask people to write. And they are pushing everyone towards the Azure. So if you really want to write a certification, right now, after the retirement, June of this year, I'm still waiting for Microsoft to release which certification someone can write if he is purely an on-premise DBA. And I stand to be corrected. If anybody has found something out there, please share the knowledge. But as far as I know, that's how it is right now. And like we always say, certification is not required in this training for you to get a job, right? It is not a requirement. 90% of our trainees that eventually have jobs are not certified, 90% or even more. They eventually get certified in the job market. So when you're done with your training, we advise you to actually spend time trying to secure a job rather than trying to be certified, right? That's it. All right, let me stop here. Let me make a couple of announcements. So if you're joining us today for your first time, we say welcome to KiawiTechIT Academy. This is home, far away from home. We meet here every Tuesday. It's an open forum for anyone, whether you're part of the community or not. You can share the link to people and your loved one to attend. If you have people that are out there, they're struggling, they want orientation, reach out to us. Please, one of our instructors, anyone here can put our number here, our website on the chart so that everyone can see. With that, you can reach out. We can assign you a counselor to sit down with you, a career counselor, and advise you on the kinds of job opportunities and career path that you can follow. And we don't only follow what we teach. We give you an open invitation to understand what is out there. Please also add the website, please. And you can actually decide from that. So please join us every Tuesday. We have testimonials here every Tuesday, people that have gone through our training and they how their journey was in the community. And we can always help you make the right decision. Another thing too that we can talk about is our upcoming training. We have an upcoming training coming up. Orientation will be on September 4th, 2021. That's a Saturday. We'll have a DBA orientation training. And we also have Azure orientation training as well as AWS coming up that same day. So if you are looking at taking any of this, our training, please reach out, go to our website, apply, and we will also add you in our upcoming WhatsApp forum for our upcoming training. For those who don't know our payments, our fees, anyone that has taken our program from KiawiTech automatically qualifies for a $500 scholarship from the Kiawi Foundation. Now, if you are new, we don't have anything like that for you. But we also do offer scholarships. When we launch the scholarship, we offer full to partial scholarships for people that are financial need, and we will help you also take this training. And for all of those our trainees from third world countries, developing countries, we have our training tuition slashed by close to 70% off discount for you to enable you to take our training. All right. So reach out, go to our website. We have all this all this information listed on our website. You can read more, and we have numbers there. Milton has just put on some numbers and some information on the chart. Pick it up, reach out if you need any help, right? With this, guys, I want to thank you so much for taking time to reach out and attend this orientation, this Tuesday webinar. Is there any last minute question before we leave? All right. If there's no question, wish you a great time. And yeah.
This is Solange. Good evening.
Hey, Solange. Yes. I didn't realize that Solo was you. Yes. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing okay, doctor.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry, class. I joined in late. Hello, congratulations to those that made it. Your success is just a push to some of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, doctor, I had this question.
Yes.
How would it be like when you have an interview and when you have an appointment, sorry, and you've been given options to choose what form of interview you want. Like I, I had this email that came to me asking me to choose from video interview, a phone call with a panel, or a conference call. So my worry is, why would they give me these options? Are they not them to choose, or are they trying to test to see if I'm up to the task? And then which one would be best for me?
Okay. Well, I don't really think that they are testing you. Most companies will not choose, will not give you that option. They will choose for you, and they will just ask you to join via Zoom or Teams or so on, video conference. But if they're giving you that option, well, they're just being nice and giving you an option to select. One thing that if this is a first round interview, I will go with the audio option.
Yeah,
because
it is a first round.
At least you get to listen to them. You are not panicking because they're not looking at you. And of course, you got the OneNote document that can also help you some points.
Okay.
But if they have to go to second round interviews, I will prefer you take the video option to get to know them. Because sometimes when you see someone, there's some kind of, you build some kind of trust just by looking at someone, you know? So you can go in on video interview and you don't even spend any time talking about technical stuff. And just because they see you, you look friendly, you smile, and they're feeling comfortable with you, they give you the offer, right? So for the first round, if I were in your position, I would take audio. For the second round, I'll go with the video.
Okay, doctor.
So when is your interview, Solange?
Next week, doctor.
Okay, all right. Let's talk a little bit about that maybe tomorrow or this week.
All right. Thank you, doctor. Right. One last question. They were talking about Microsoft Teams.
Teams, yeah.
Yeah. If at the end of the day, because I don't know, I have to call them tomorrow. Do I need to download it, or is it just connecting directly?
No, you have to download Teams, but Teams always come with a phone option, with a number. Just like when I send out this WhatsApp, with this Zoom link, it has a phone number option at the bottom. So you can call in, right? You can call in. So for the first one, you really don't need to download the Teams. You can just call the number.
Okay.
In the team invite.
And there's also a web-based version, Doc. If they send her the link, if she wants to do it from the computer, she just click on the link. It will open up in the browser, and you can still be on video if you want, without necessarily downloading it into her phone. And with that, I wanted, because Doctor wanted me to share information, but I've been trying to get the right information. But guys, this is our website. Go in there. There's a lot of information here that you can get. Some of the things that Doc mentioned, the scholarship, the mentorship program, and boot camps. And then down right at the below left-hand side, you'll see contact us, and you can see the phone number there, or you can send an email there if you don't, and someone will respond to you real quick. But please feel free, you're welcome. Go into this website, look at it, look at the list of courses that we offered, and reach out to us if you have any question. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Milton. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great evening. I'll see you next week.
Good night, Doc. Good night, Doc.
All right, good night.
Good night,
Good night, guys.
Bye. Milton.
Good night.
Shuri.
It's Ariel.
Hey, Milton.
Oh my God.
I didn't know that Ariel was here. I would have called her name.